So 3.5 is the 5 number summary and box plots. So the 5 number summary is your minimum value, Q1, Q2, Q3, and your max. All right. All right, so box plots are graphical tools used to compare groups of data. It consists of a box with lines that extend to the min and maximum values that are not outliers. Those lines are called whiskers. Outliers are represented by asterisks. So your outliers will be represented by an asterisk. All right, so that's how your box plot will look. You have a box with 3 lines, one in the middle and the 2 on the outside. That will be Q1, Q2, and Q3. And then the lines that extend outward would extend to your minimum and maximum values. And as long as they are not outliers. If an outlier does occur or does exist, then you will represent it with an asterisk. All right, any questions on anything I've said so far?
Nope.
All
No,
right,
sir.
sounds good. So give the 5-number summary and sketch the box plot. So let me get these numbers right. Uh, So your data set is not always written from least to greatest when they give it to you, but it's your job to make sure that this is the case before you move forward. So that is always your first step. Write your data values. From least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that instead of writing the data set twice. So, 2025. All right, so I need to make more room. It's going to be the same numbers. I'm just trying to make myself more room. So, Oh, that's a 43. All right, so I'll give you a chance to write those out. We have 21 data values. So I wrote them up, first half of data values, first 10. Then we have our middle value, which is 30.95, and then our second half of data. So I try to write in some type of, division. So we'll be able to pick out our values accordingly. All right. So first step, not first step, this would be our second step, right? Find Q2. Remember, that's going to be the median of our data set, the middle value of our data set, and that's why I wrote the data set in this way. This is Q2. And it's because we have an odd number of data values, that means we actually have a middle value, and we don't have to do any extra calculations. So Q2. And next step. On Q1. Now we have 10 values in the first half of data. So we don't actually have a middle value. So what we would do is take the two middle values, add them together, and divide by 2. That's 2583 right here. Calculate out. All right, so that's Q1. Q3 will be the same situation. We have 10 data values in our second half of data. So we'll take the two middle, add them together, and divide by 2. $37.24. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
All right, sounds good.
Got a question. Can you go back all the way back? Let's see. Right there. Hold on. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
Couldn't see where you getting those two values from.
Yeah, not a problem.
See it?
All right. So step 5. IQR. So your IQR, your interquartile range, the range of the middle 50% of your data is Q3 minus Q1. So we take that 3724 minus 2606, and that will be 11.18. All right, so 6 is establish your fences, your lower fence and your upper fence. That's LF and UF. So your lower fence is Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR. Your upper fence is Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR. So that's 26.06 minus 1.5 times 11.18. Here we have 3724 plus. So if a value is less than the lower fence or greater than the upper fence, it is an outlier. All right, so I'm gonna come back just looking at my data values. 9, 20. All right, so we do have one outlier, and that's 5463. It's an outlier because it is greater than the upper fence. All right, so before we do our 5-number summary and box plot, questions on any of the steps?
Nope.
All right. All right, so that's your 5-number summary. Whether they're outliers or not, they are included if it is a maximum or minimum value. So your minimum is 1995, Q1 2606, Q2 3095, Q3 3724, and then your max is 5463. All right, so for our box plot, we would do for these in the middle, this would be Q1, Q2, Q3. This is our minimum. And this right here was an outlier. So what we would do is extend it to the maximum value that is not an outlier. And so that should be 4917 if I look at the list correctly, making sure it match up what we have. Yep, 4917. So that's why that 4917 is right there in your box plot. 5463 ended up being an outlier. All right. Questions? Any questions?
Nope.
All right. So, can I leave off the screen before anybody got problems? If y'all, if everybody's silenced, then okay.
You good.
Thank you, thank you. So let me share.
And this is over.
Wrong one. Just give me 1 second. Thought I was logged in, but I'm not.
Did you want us to do that Canvas tutorial and COVID-19 video on Canvas?
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you've been talking about. So now I'm good. If I find out that you guys are supposed to do it, then I guess I'll let you know. I haven't heard anything about it as far as the students are concerned.
My other class, my teacher made me do it. And I'm like, wow.
I'm sorry. So, so you guys' assignment is this assignment 1 right here. 5 problems. Try them out. I got a problem out of each. Nope, it's 4 problems. Problem out of each section. They're odd, so you can check the answers in the back. So try those out. See if you get stuck on anything. First thing we'll do on next class is see if anybody have any questions on how to do anything, and then after that we'll jump into chapter 4.
Do we need to submit those to you once we finish them?
Yes, yes. And so there should be another easy grade like the definitions were. You know, they all in the book. So you should be able to submit those with no problem. But like I said, if you have any questions on how the book got those answers, so you're supposed to make an attempt, then check your answer according to what's in the back of the book. If you can't figure out how they got the answer in the back of the book, that's when you guys need to come on next class with questions so I can make sure you guys are straight moving forward. All right. Questions.
Mhm.
All right. So try them out and then just take a picture, or scan it and shoot it to me in email, just like you did your definitions, and we'll be good to go. All right. So if you're good, I'm good. I know somebody said they want to stay back and ask me a question about my math lab or something, so feel free to do so. Outside of that, you guys have a great weekend. Be safe, and I will see you on Tuesday.
It's night time.
All right. Let's see. Somebody said something in the chat. All right. No problem. You have a good one. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording.
Mr.